Hey guys, John from ARTV. It's time for a review of the debut studio album from independent rapper Hoodie Allen. It's titled People Keep Talking. This album's title is in reference to all of the people that just keep running their mouths about Hoodie can't do this, or Hoodie can't rap fast. He's a hip-hop artist that has a lot of diverse influences, and he's just going to keep doing his own thing, and that's what I think the running theme throughout this record is. I thought it was cool that he got his fans involved in it. They leave voicemails that you could hear on the album. It provides as a nice little transition in between tracks. There's a lot of phone calls on there, some voicemails like I said, some dial tones. I think that there's a cool theme running all throughout. Hoodie Allen has several successful mixtapes under his belt. I've reviewed a few of them. If you want to see those, links in the description down below. All American was his debut EP that he actually the first one he ever charged anything for, and it charted at number 10 back in 2012 when it was released. Definitely a lot of cool tunes on there, and that's really what got me like loving his stuff. I obviously had listened to Leap Year, Making Waves, Pep Rally, and I think All American just really stands out in my mind. It really got me excited for this debut album. It's been over 2 years in the making. We've heard teasers as early as August 2012, I believe. That first song that was teased was called Numbers, and that ended up making it onto this record. So it's nice to see that, you know, you can really see the progress of where that song started and what it turned into. Can't say it's one of my favorites, but you can definitely tell all throughout that he put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this record. I really like the varying styles of music that we see on each of his releases. I feel like sometimes we see a more intense and cocky side that still doesn't really take itself too seriously, and then there's also those songs that are a little bit more chilled out and a little bit more personal as well, so we get a nice mix of that here on People Keep Talking. People Keep Talking features some of the sharpest production of Hoodie's career so far. I think that what makes him stand out from the crowd is that he not only uses those traditional hip-hop beats, but he also uses guitars, bass, and of course live drumming, it sounds like, on some of the tracks, not just programmed drums, and that's always a nice change of pace. The single Movie is a perfect example of what I'm talking about and why things often work on this record. It blends this feel of pop, rock, and hip-hop all into one blockbuster movie reference-filled winner. The guitar line on this song is giving me a very strong Maroon 5 vibe, with lyrics that touch on a lot of different topics and showcase Hoodie's rapping and singing abilities. Not only is Movie my favorite song on this record, it's also one of my favorite songs of the year so far. You might remember back in 2012 his track No Interruption placed at number 4 on my top 50 songs of the year list. I really respect and enjoy the fact that Hoodie handles the majority of his own choruses and keeps the featured guests to a minimum. The ones that are on here though, he definitely makes good use of them. You'll hear from the singer Max twice on the songs Want Mind and Against Me, which is the closer, as well as a superstar collaboration with the UK singer-songwriter Ed Sheeran on the track titled All About It. I was honestly pretty stoked to hear about the track that he was doing with Sheeran, and got me even more hyped for People Keep Talking because I thoroughly enjoyed Ed Sheeran's most recent record for the most part. There was a few tracks that didn't quite do it for me, but I really liked Sheeran as a singer-songwriter, and I like seeing his more fast-paced style, which is perfect. That's what we got here on All About It. The payoff is definitely here. Sheeran is showing us some of his attitude here on this one, but is quick to remind us that he's not really a rapper. I love the sense of balance that this track provides, with Hoodie handling a hell of a hook and tackling the second verse as kind of a response to Sheeran. The beat on the track feels perfectly crafted for what they're saying here on this one, and just makes for one of the catchiest listens, falling only behind probably Movie and Act My Age. Act My Age is not one that I really thought I was going to get into. I didn't listen to it prior to the album being released because I don't really like to listen to more than like 1 or 2 songs before an album comes out because it kind of ruins the experience for me. So I listened to Show Me What You're Made Of, Movie, and Dumb For You. I broke my own rules and listened to 3 tracks, and I was digging on all 3 of them. Dumb For You was probably my least favorite out of those, but after hearing what the song was about, he kind of wrote it from a friend's perspective. I actually came around on the song a whole lot more. Act My Age clicked with me almost instantly, and I was very surprised. It might seem a little bit juvenile at first, but it's really just the anthem for all of those people who plan to stay forever young. Youth may feel like it's fleeting, but this is one of those tracks that eases the pain of aging and encourages you to just cut loose. You'll be surprised at how much it sticks with you, even if it doesn't click with you on the first listen. There are a handful of tracks that I'm not so keen on though, with numbers feeling a little bit too simple and just way too cheesy for me to get into. I understand that he's very grateful for his fans and that sort of thing and like doing things together, but this one just really didn't move me in any kind of way. It wasn't really emotive as it tried to be. Get It On The Low is one that I would say is a grower just for the fact that it's a little bit catchy. It's got a nice chorus on it and I enjoy some of his raps on that one. I'm conflicted on the cut Sirens, which features rapper Alex Wiley. The verses from Hoodie are rapid and effective, and even the guest verse offers up plenty of fun wordplay, but I can't really get past the chorus on this one. I struggle to find it engaging, and the use of an actual siren often catches me off guard, and it just doesn't feel like it fits. Overall, I would say that this one is turning into, I guess, more of a favorite, but I just don't know if the chorus is ever gonna fully grow on me. You truly can see how much time and effort went into this project though, and he tackles this subject on tracks like 100% of Something and Overtime, all about pushing yourself to the limit. Sure, these do apply to Hoodie and the rest of his crew that made this album possible, but they're also pretty motivational for people like me who sometimes just need a little bit of a pick-me-up to help get through those late nights of filming and editing like I'm doing right now, wondering if all that hard work is going to pay off, but you gotta keep pushing and grinding it out, working that overtime. The title track totally impressed me. People Keep Talking is hands down one of the best tracks on this record. It flowed perfectly out of 100% of Something, which I like that one because it was crafted just kind of like it starts off slow and then builds into something. Faster wordplay from Hoodie, things really take off, and then the album really gets going once People Keep Talking rolls around. Show Me What You're Made Of was released as the lead single from this record back in May. Hilarious music video was released along with it. If you haven't seen it yet, I will link it down below. Definitely a favorite for me here on the record. I dig the slick bass line and then Hoodie's quick and snappy delivery all throughout the song. Confidence is the key for the man here on this track, and he sells it so well. Really providing an earwormy chorus that you might not expect. You might not think it's that catchy right off the bat, but then it just kind of crawls back into your head, and I've honestly been listening to it since it came out in May pretty much consistently every week or so. That might not sound like a lot, but more often than not, the amount of music that I consume, songs get forgotten, and when a song can hang on for that long, you know you're doing something right. Movie is another one that's gotten a lot of plays from me since its release in August about 2 months ago. One of the most played songs from 2014 in my iTunes. There were definitely a lot of cool singles here on this record. Overall, there was a cool flowing vibe. There are some disappointing moments that left me wanting more, not quite satisfied, but as a whole, it went above and beyond my expectations for his debut album. I wasn't expecting all the cool connecting themes. It might not be his best project to date, but it's definitely worth a listen. Definitely worth picking up. If you want to get it on iTunes, there will be a link in the description down below. For me, this album is a 4 out of 5. If you've heard People Keep Talking, let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section down below. Don't forget to hit the like button on this video, share it with a friend if you did enjoy. You can click right here to go to my second channel. That's where the fingers crossed interview with Hoodie is going to go, along with track reviews, music news, that sort of thing. Or you can click over here to go to my last review that I did that was of the Slipknot record. Definitely one of my favorites of the year, so I'd recommend checking that out. Thanks for watching the video, showing it love. I will see you very soon right here on ARTV. Beyond the Reviews.